The views and opinions provided on this show are for informational purposes only and should not be misinterpreted as an offer to buy or sell any securities or to make or consider any investment or course of action. For more information, please go to passiveinvestorshow.com. Hey PI listeners, this is John Fortes. I'm making it a point to speak to as many investors as possible. My goal is to position myself to be a blessing to my network through conversation. How could one be a blessing through conversation? The easy answer is by listening. A simple conversation can open many opportunities and doors. I always ask myself this: what do I have to lose by having one more conversation? Going back to high school, I've connected friends and family in my network to one another, even if it didn't benefit me. And I continue those same principles and practices. Why? Because it's the right thing to do. If I can't help you, I probably know someone or something that can probably solve your problem. I'd love for you to become a part of that network. Go to www.johnfortes.com, create your investor profile, and schedule a call. How can I best serve you through conversation? In the words of Clarence the Angel from It's a Wonderful Life, no man is a failure who has friends.
And now, the Passive Investor Show. Here's your host, John Fortes.
Welcome, PI listeners, to the Passive Investor Show. I'm the Passive Investor Consultant, John Fortes, your host of the only ranked podcast for passive investors in multifamily syndications and real estate funds. Our goal and purpose of this show is to be a resource to investors and help them master their passive investments by beating inflation 1% at a time. This is the 5-step process to starting a fund. And I decided to create this video because when we rolled out our fund, most of the questions were, how do I start a fund? John, how do you start a fund? So I wanted to create this, help those that are looking to start a fund. And that's what we do. That's what I love to do. I love to help. So step 1 is figure out your business. And that's the intended use of the fund. Design an executive summary, detailed business case, and provide a copy to the investors when you're engaging in these conversations. Create a physical copy and a digital copy. Email and then have it in hand when you're meeting with investors. I found that having both helps. And then design. When you're designing that, you're going to have to design the fund structure. So this should probably be ahead of that one, but this really helps. Design the fund structure. Have a conversation with an SEC attorney because you're going to be offering securities when you're designing this. What kind of offering are you going to be offering your investors who are going to be investing in the fund? Is it going to be a 506B offering, or is it going to be a 506C offering? A 506B is more private and built on established relationships. And a 506C is you can make it more public, but you have to verify the accreditation status in a certified process. Speak to a SEC attorney to help design your ideal structure. Roll it out to your investors and get some soft commits. So depending on your structure that we already discussed, you could roll it out to your investors and get some soft commits. Engage with your investors, see who's interested, see who's not. Then I would move on to the 4th steps in this process, which is get your documents. Pay your attorney that helped you figure out the fund structure, and then get those documents finalized, and then roll them out to your investors that are already soft committed. Getting the soft commits cuts the timeline in half in regards to not having to pay for the documents earlier, but then you get them done. You pay for them when you have the soft commits or the interest that you know you've already built a solid business plan around. Have your investors that soft committed, sign those legal documents, and then move on to the last part. The last part of it is the capital call. Have the investors of the fund now wire an ACH to the escrow account, and now you're off and running with your fund. So this is the 5-step process to creating your first fund. So figure out your business, the fund structure. Number 3 is the commits and engaging with your investors. 4 is legalizing the documents with your attorney. And then 5, the capital call. All right. And that's it. That's the 5-step process of creating your first fund. Don't forget to download your free copy of the investment tracker. It allows you to track up to 5 investments, compare sponsors, markets, and most importantly, projected versus actual returns. To get your copy, go to www.projectedreturns.com. PI listeners, thank you for listening. As always, we hope this was the best resource for your investment strategy, but also the best use of your time. Remember, if this episode helps you, you can help us by leaving a review on iTunes. I hope you feel compelled enough to share it with someone you think this would resonate with as well. As much as it pains us to leave you, but you know what time it is. Time to go put this into practice. Till the next time we meet. Happy investing. PI listeners, I'm grateful for your time and I appreciate you for listening. It would mean the world to me if you went to iTunes and left a rating and written review. Let me know how you feel about the show. It really makes a big difference with getting the podcast out there. Don't forget about our Facebook group, where all of our guests are members of. I'll be there to answer any of your questions, or even questions you might have for future guests. Subscribe so you can get the latest episodes and our fan favorite quick hitters. Finally, I want to keep you updated, so head over to johnfortes.com and sign up for the newsletter. If you're interested in partnering with me, sign up on the contact page so you can talk to me directly. I look forward to connecting with you. Happy investing.